Okay, this is another of my, I'm calling them quick and dirty reviews. This is a quick answer to the question for those who come on YouTube and see, well, who are looking for, should I buy this product? This is the Dell P2815Q 28-inch 4K LCD monitor. So, let's get into it. Reason why you should not buy this LCD. So, the one main reason, it has one specific weakness that makes it virtually worthless for 99.999% of people out there. I mean, okay, maybe it's not that bad, but I think it just might be. It's pretty bad. So this monitor only runs at 30 hertz. That is extremely slow. That is slow enough that it is virtually worthless for gaming. The only thing I could see this thing being used for gaming is Ashes of the Singularity, because very few people out there have a system that can run Ashes of the Singularity in the high double frame rates at upper setting levels. And most of those people are going to turn their machines down to get higher FPS than that anyway. But that's literally like the only game I could see this being useful for. This is going to be useless for Fortnite. It's going to be useless for pretty much every first-person shooter. It's also so slow that your average user, your average normal user, is going to find it annoying. So even those people that aren't picky about those things that those of us that would consider ourselves power users are picky about, even those people are going to be frustrated with this monitor. And that's and I feel the need to bring this, to specifically mention this particular model, because I'm starting to see a lot of these on the second-hand market. I believe this is either Dell's very first generation 4K PC monitor, or very close to it. It's pretty darn close to first generation. And so these are starting to pop up again left and right on the second-hand market. And I've been seeing some sellers just act like they don't know. Other sellers I have seen flat out lie that it is a 60 hertz monitor. It is not a 60 hertz monitor. You can turn it down to 2K or lower and run it at 60 hertz, but I've been finding that even then it still looks like garbage. This is about the only thing useful that you're going to get it to do, is if all you need to do is physically display a static image like this. That's it. That is realistically what I'm using it for now, because when I bought it, I didn't realize it was 30 hertz. I didn't even know you could get a 30 hertz 4K panel. I did not know they were offered that slow. In fact, I think Dell even offered a 27-inch model at about the same time as this that was 60 hertz. I literally didn't know a 30 hertz screen was a thing. But that being said, I bought it back when any 4K LCD for the $150 I paid for it was a good deal. That was a year and a half ago. But even then, it was a crap deal if I had known what I was getting. But the only thing I use it for is as a secondary monitor, basically displaying video images. I mean, I guess if you're using it as a TV, but I mean, there's better options. So the only circumstance under which I would say get yourself one of these is either if it's given to you for free. If it's given to you for free, I'm sure you can find a use for the thing. Or if you get it, I mean, I've seen them for 80 bucks. I saw one today for $80 on Craigslist. I wouldn't even pay that much for the thing, now that I know. I mean, honestly, 20 bucks. $20. If somebody offered me one of these screens for $20 and I knew it worked, I'd probably take it. I mean, it's a terrible screen. And whenever I try to find uses for it that get around the weaknesses, it's like a misbehaving child that refuses to do what you want the thing to do. I mean, it's not just the 30 hertz. It's got other issues. It's got, let's see if I can get it to turn off. Is it going to turn off? No. Oh, that time it turned off. Okay. Sometimes when I go to turn the thing off, it'll freeze. Like literally, the OSD, the on-screen display, will freeze. Let's see if I can get a menu out of it. Okay, so right now it's working. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of changing settings in the OSD, and the thing will freeze. I've had issues with it where it refuses to run off of any cable. I guess I haven't tried a long display port cable. It really seems to prefer a DisplayPort even if you're not running it at 4K, but it will not accept a signal from a extended length HDMI. And it is not my cables. I have a lot of cables. I even went out and did some shopping and actually actively found what would be considered some of the highest quality HDMI cables out there. It's a hard thing to shop for just because it's such a generic product, but I have some fairly high quality extended length HDMI cables. It will not run off of, I don't know, I think the max it wants to run off of is like a 6 or 8 foot HDMI. It will not run off of a long cable. The quality, the image quality, once you discount the motion issues, is average. I mean, it's definitely nothing to call home about. So it doesn't have that going for it. It's not like, oh, it's a really slow monitor, but oh my god, the picture's amazing. It's good enough. If it didn't have the other issues, I would say good enough. Then again, there's, like I said, there's the freezing issues with the OSD. There's its refusal to work on an extended cable, which means I can't put it in some random corner of the room as just a generic display. I can't put it, you know, over there. The reason it's right here is because I have to have it connected with a short cable. So since it's close to my computer, I might as well be using a DisplayPort. I did order an extended length DisplayPort. I'm going to try it with that. But it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. Every single one of my other monitors, including my other 4K, and my other 2K, and all my 1080p monitors, will all run off of these cables. It is this monitor that is the problem. So, to recap, don't buy this. Do not pay money for this monitor. Literally, don't do it. There are other better options. Most sellers that try to sell these aren't even going to put them at like 80 bucks. Most sellers that sell these are going to try to get like $150, $200 out of them. The Samsung, I think it's the UE590D or U590D, whatever the heck, everyone's familiar with that model. That is a way better buy for the money. And my general recommendation at this point is in the budget sector, stick with 2K. I think 2K is really where it's at in the budget sector right now. But the Samsung is a way better panel. Or if you find I found for $150 yesterday actually, a Dell, it was the same model as this, but the 27. It was a P2815Q, and that one runs at 60 hertz. This monitor, I don't even know why this panel exists. I don't have any idea who at Dell said, hey, we have a 27-inch 4K 60 hertz. Let's make a wonderful, lousy 28-inch and run it at 30 hertz because darn it, our customers are willing to trade half the performance for an extra inch. I'm at a loss. I really am. This is probably one of the worst products I've ever used. I hate this monitor so much. Anyway, yeah, so I hope that answers the question for anyone looking at this, and I hope this keeps people from wasting money on this screen. Just don't buy this thing. You'll hate yourself for it. Don't do it. Anyway, I hope people find this informative, and thanks for watching the video.